Hello sir, good evening. Today I completed this module number two, that is TypeScript basic and basic types. So it tells us about all the types that is used in the TypeScript, which are different from the traditional JavaScript and which can be beneficial for us. So the core types are number, string, boolean. These are the core types. Other than that, there are integer types, object types, nested object types, like different types are there. So I'll be discussing all that. So firstly, I have this example in front of me, and like, wait a second. Hmm. This is like if condition. So if we uncomment this is a condition, like this is a type of operator that is used to get to know the type, like the type is correct or not, it is a number or not. So number tells us that it is a number or not. And like n1 is a number and n2 is a number. If it is not a number, it will throw error. So that's how we used to do in the traditional JavaScript. Then and it is generally done after, like after the runtime, after we have run the code. So and if we want to get like, if you want to know the error before and only, so that's why we use types. So suppose I have added a string here, okay, and I have like called here, like my n1 should be number and n2 should also be a number. But here I can see that five is a string, and number one, it is showing an error in number one. So that's how we can get to know before even deploying. So this is the main difference between the types that are used in JavaScript and TypeScript. So now, coming to the next part, like working with numbers, strings, and booleans data types. So I'll just be going through the basics of them. Mm, suppose, yeah. Hmm. Mm, as you can see, this is my example. This is my add function, and when I have declared it as a number and two as a number, show results as a boolean, and phrase as a string. So I have used all my three basic data types. Sorry, yeah, the types that I use in TypeScript here. So number, boolean, and string. Boolean number, we all know what is number. It stores all types of numbers, decimal, whether decimal or negative, any type. And boolean gives us true or false value, and string like stores every type of string input. Okay, here we also have that same if conditions, like if it is a number, then print like show incorrect output. Let's just ignore this, and then uh, we have a constant. We have a constant result here. Okay, I have stored the value of result in n1 plus n2. Okay, then I am passing one condition. Like what I can do is I can just give a if else condition using using the boolean operators, like these are our boolean operators to show that the result is coming true or not. Or else what can I do, that I have defined my show result as a boolean here, so I can run that value here, and then I can print that show me the result. Else return is like I have passed the same argument. Sometimes this happens, so I have given this as a condition, and then after that I am uh, declaring number one as 5, number two as 2.8. Then here I am declaring that print result should be, wait a second, yeah, this print result is our boolean value and it should be true. Okay, and this is my result phrase, and it should come as result is, and then my result should come. So what I have done is this: I will firstly run this in TypeScript tsc.ts. After that, my JavaScript will be updated. This is my JavaScript code that will be run, and if I go to the server and then inspect element console, you can see my answer is result is 7.8. So what we saw here, like um, we are using our all three basic types here. We are declaring our types in the function, and then after them using them like to print the result and give their give a string as well. Like here we are calling these variables that we declared, and we are calling them. After that, we are getting the result. This gives a basic idea about how types are used in TypeScript, and you can see that the corresponding what is the corresponding JavaScript code. So it is just declaring the function. Here we can see we have not declared the types here. Okay, then it is just making the same argument of creating a result argument that result variable that store n1 plus n2, and then if show result same condition is there. One more thing, that this console.log phrase plus result, this tells us that if instead of result we stored here n1 plus n2, it will not give us the correct result, because it will return a string, because we are adding here a string, so the whole thing becomes a string, so we will not get the correct output. So for that I have stored the n1 and n2 in this result constant, and then I have returned here, and I return the result here, so it will give me the string as well as the result in its like integer format only, the number format only. So that's how it is done. So this gives a basic idea about number, boolean and string. Now coming to the next part. Hello sir. So here I learned about the object type. I'm here calling the object type. Suppose if I remove this, then this is a traditional. Uh, Wait a second. Mm, Sorry. So I was not able to like uh, I was repeating this person uh, like the person constant name, so that's why it was not working. So yeah, as you can see, when I'm hovering over this person, I can see that it is storing my name as a string and age as a number. So the object types firstly tells us that it is a generic object type. Like when we are using this person one, it is our object and it is storing name and age. And when I'm hovering over a person, it is showing me that it is an object with type name and string. What else we can do if we want more to do with this? So we can just like this above command. I can just copy this and paste this inside. Hmm. You can see that now this name thing is not giving an error. It is storing my name. We, we are calling the name here, so it will work. Like yeah, my experience it is coming. So as you can see, oh, I should remove all this. Hmm. So this is cons person one. So inside this, I'm calling this like object type, like to define that what person one is. Okay, so it should be like hmm, more better now. So it should be like it is storing first a number which is a string and age that is a number. So here I'm calling this. So name is Maximilian and age is 30. So I'm here calling name. If I call age here, then we see the output. Refresh, refresh, something. No, sorry, I have to run this again. Hmm, cannot read properties. Yeah, so you can see that it is not reading the name, but I'm not calling name, I'm calling age. Okay, so yeah, so there was one syntax error, I corrected it. So yeah, as you can see here it is this is our object type and we are defining that name should be a string and age should be a number, and then after we are passing name maximum and age is 30, and here we are printing like person one dot age. So this and in the output of after running the output is coming 30, so that's how it should be done. So as you can see now in the JavaScript file that was created, you can see that this object type that we created here, it is deleted. Like the JavaScript is not reading it, and as JavaScript doesn't like need the types, so like it is like doing the things of its own, and this where and const this is the difference that we will talk about later. So yeah, this is the object type that we can use, but using this is not like feasible. So people generally use the traditional method of like things. Hmm. So now these are now coming to the next type. Hmm. So people generally use this like this thing only to pass the object type. So now coming to the next type. So coming to the next type, that is array type. So as you can see, I have created this hobbies thing here, and as when I'm hovering over it, it is showing that hobbies is our array of string, because we have stored sports and cooking inside it, and it is automatically reading that it is a array that has strings in it, that has string values in it. And suppose if I make a like new array, and he that's how I can declare it, like favorite activities is an array of strings. Okay, here I have declared it, and then I'm storing the value of favorite activities as sports. Okay, as a string. And suppose if I do this, this is showing me an error, because one we can't assign one to this favorite activities, because favorite activity is already defined as an arrays, a string array, like array that contains strings. So we cannot define one here. So that's how the array types can be used. Okay. Other than that, like if we do this, Okay, for const hobby of person dot hobby, we are calling like person dot hobbies in the hobby constant that we just made. So here you can see when I'm hovering over it, it gives us that constant hobby is a string because we are calling person dot hobbies. Okay, person dot hobbies, that is an array of string, and the value that hobby contains should be a string only. Okay, so that's why hobby is coming as a string. So if hobby is coming as a string, and then we can do this console log dot hobby dot to uppercase. We can, like, if I have to delete this hobby dot, we can see that we can use every property that we can use in a string. Okay, so like to uppercase to lowercase. So this will convert my like this hobby, this the values that are stored in my hobby array to uppercase string. Suppose if we want to use this, comment this, hmm, console log dot inside it hobby dot map. We cannot use this because map is used only on arrays, and since hobby is a string, we cannot use this in hobby. So that's how we can use these arrays, these array types for our advantages. Okay, now coming to the next type. Now coming to the next type, that is tuple. That JavaScript doesn't have tuple in it. So what is tuple? Tuple is like an array which has a fixed length and it has a fixed type as well. So as you can see, I have defined here role as a number and a string. It should pass first argument as a number and second as a string. Okay, nothing else than that. And here I have assigned my role as to and author also. Okay, if yeah, so if I comment out this, and you can see this is giving me an error because I'm storing like I'm storing first value as a number only, second as a string, but I'm giving a third value as well, so that's why it's not working. And if I remove this, okay, wait, hmm. Hmm. Some rule is not exist. So yeah, if I add this here one more element like 2, then if I hover over this, it clearly states that number string number is not assignable to type number comma string. Source has three elements, but target allows only two. So here it clearly give us that tuple is a type of array with like fixed type and fixed length as well. Okay. So this is how it is. We can use this. And suppose if we do this, then to also this is not assignable to the number because it is a string. And this is not assignable to a string because it is a number. So the like the thing also matters. So the number should be respectable to this here also. Here it should be respectable to the here. So this is how we can use tuples. Okay. So now coming to the next data type. Now I want to talk about uh, enum types. So the JavaScript doesn't have enum types, only TypeScript has it. So these are automatically enumerated global constant identifiers. So as you can see, suppose this is my role. Okay, if and suppose I want to assign like read only thing, like read only to my role, and then in my if condition, I want to call my role as read only, but I don't remember that is my read only has hyphen in it or underscore in it. So for that we generally we assign like the values of like this, like admin equal to 0, read only 1, and cons author equals to 2, and then call the value like here and then print it. But with enum we can just write this thing like admin equals to admin in place. If we doesn't assign things to them, we can call them directly as well. Sorry, without any argument as well. So they will be predefined like 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so if we give it 5, then it will be 5, 6, 7. If it is 100, and then here I have defined like them each of them has a different thing, like these two have string, and this has a number 100 identifier. So now after that, if I'm calling role.admin here, okay, and then here also admin. Hmm. Now I can, like, if I run this tsc dot, sorry, I have to open the new terminal, and then if I run this, you can see my JavaScript file is created, and you can see it has made a function of like role admin equals to admin, role read only equals to read only. That's how our code comes out in JavaScript. So if we run this on our server, inspect console, you can see that is author is printed. That's what we wanted. So this is how we can use enums. Okay, like to call a specific value to our function, and then print it to come like to we can compare it, we can also print it. So like this is how we can use enums types. Now coming to the next step, there is one more type as well, like any type, a and y type. So we can use that type to like store any type of thing in it, like a variable, sorry, a array in it. But like inside an array we can use like a number or string, but that that just uh, that just that don't give us any advantage like in TypeScript, because we are only using TypeScript to get to know the error. If we use that uh, any type, then we will not be able to identify that we are using the right value or not, we are using a string or not, we are using a number or not. So that's why it is not recommendable to use that any type, because TypeScript basically helps us to get to know the error before running it. So after this, coming to the next type. Now coming to the next type, that is union type. So what are union types? Union types, like if we pass an input and assign it a type, we can assign two types in it a single input. Let's suppose this is input one, and we have assigned like a number as well as a string. So it can take both values, a number as well as a string. So this poll operator, like this is the syntax to how to write the boolean type. So this is how it is done, and then we are giving a if condition here, like if type of input 1 is a number and type of input 2 is also a number, then result should be input 1 and input 2. And then so we are calling this the our function here. So uh, it will go through this condition and it will this return this. So our first output will be this, and then after that the result will be input 1 dot to string or input 2. It so the result will be converted to string if it is not a string, and then it will read max and Anna. So this is how we can modify the types that we are using, the traditional types we are using, and we can concatenate and use them together to read different values at different times. So we can also add like many other types as well. Like if we like boolean, so then boolean type will also be added. So this is how this is about this union type. So we will talk other things in the next video. Thank you, sir.